All right. Good morning, everyone. Wednesday morning. Here we are. So I'm looking at last week's work, and the title last week was The Law of Karma. And we worked with the two concepts of short-term choices and long-term choices. It's funnily enough, I have, for some reason, I didn't use any colors. That was the first time I actually forgot to use my colors. Okay, today we're still working with Pema. I'm hoping that we have enough to last the rest of the year from her, and then we'll find something else next year. The title is Approaching Life as an Experiment. My teacher encouraged us to lead our lives as an experiment, a suggestion that has been very important to me. When we approach life as an experiment, we're willing to try it this way and that way, because either way, we have nothing to lose. This immense flexibility is something I learned from watching my teacher. His enthusiasm enabled him to accomplish an amazing amount in his life. When some things didn't work out, his attitude was no big deal. If it's time for something to flourish, it will. If it's not time, it won't. The trick is not getting caught in hope and fear. We can put our whole heart into whatever we do, but if we freeze our attitude into for or against, we're setting ourselves up for stress. Instead, we could just go forward with curiosity, wondering where this experiment will lead. Okay, so from this text, we're going to pick two concepts to work with. And what I'm hearing, so she's talking about hope and fear, not getting caught in hope and fear, because if we get caught in hope and fear, that leads to stress. And the other side of stress, instead, what she's suggesting is curiosity, going forward with curiosity. So maybe the two concepts today are stress on one side and curiosity on the other. So you can pick those two, or you can pick something else that you want to work with today and explore. Okay, here we go. Take your seat, sit up tall. And then if you want to, you can look at your feet, starting to lift the toes, lift the heels, bringing the mind into the physical body and this present moment. The hope and fear often takes that out there and creates all kinds of stories that are not helpful. Notice the connection, or sense the connection between the soles of your feet and the earth. And then bringing your awareness to your two sitting bones, and maybe allow the two sitting bones to symbolize the two concepts that we are working with. So on one side, or one side, we're dealing with stress caused by hope and fear, and on the other side, we're dealing with curiosity, leading life from a place of curiosity. So stress on one side, curiosity on the other. So just maybe go from side to side, knowing that there's one part of you that goes into that hope and fear mode, which causes stress, and there's another part of you that can access the curiosity and lead with curiosity. So stress and curiosity. Stress, curiosity. And then come to stillness. Maybe use your fingers to gently tap at the crown of your head. Maybe imagine that little opening that you had as a baby. You can use your fingers to open up the shushumna again, the part of you that is permanent, that exists forever, and is also part of everything else. So imagine that shushumna, or that chimney at the very core of you, pure awareness, the permanent part of you. And then maybe use your breath as a brush that is cleaning your shushumna, going up and down, keeping it clear and open to access all the wisdom that's out there. And maybe today, as you are using your breath to clean and clear your shushumna, maybe look into that shushumna. What do you see? What do you see? What do the walls look like? Are they built of brick, stone, I don't know, glass? What does your shushumna look like? Okay, and then place your hands on your knees and then gently start the cat-cow movement, keeping the spine flexible. So the spine is strong and flexible. We want it to be both strong and flexible. Or rather, stable and flexible. That's what creates strength. Stable and flexible at the same time. That's strength. And then come back to neutral. And then look at your hands. Look at your beautiful hands. And then maybe start opening and close, just like blinking, bubbling stars, blinking, bubbling stars, all the way up. Clasp the hands, turn them over, straighten the elbows, breathe. Into the nose and out to the mouth. And then reach and reach and reach and reach. And then turn and open up the arms. Look behind you. And maybe think about a place or a situation in the past where you were leaning into hope and fear causing stress. Or what happened when you were leaning into hope and fear? What happened? And then release, and then lift and release. Maybe roll the shoulders a little bit one way and then the other. Okay, look at your fingers again, open and close, knowing that we take action with our hands and we want that action to be skillful, skillful. Okay, clasp the hands in ways that feels funny. Turn them over, straighten the elbows, breathe in through the nose and out to the mouth. And then reach and reach and reach and reach, and then turn, open up, look behind you. And then maybe think about the time in the past where you were leaning into the part of you that's curious, leading with curiosity. What happened then? Oh, and release, lift and release, lift and release. Maybe roll the shoulders. Okay, placing the arms in cactus and then starting the twisting motion. So in yoga, a twisting motion represents perspective. So seeing things from different perspectives. My perspective, my perspective, your perspective, someone else's perspective. What do you see? And then we all have patterns. And if that pattern is good, keep on swimming in that direction. If it's not helpful, then we need to break it. And that can be tricky. It can be hard to break and change a pattern that we've had for a very long time. Hard, but not impossible. Okay, release. Now let the elbow and knee connect. Elbow and knee connect. So stress on one side and curiosity on the other. Maybe have hope and fear on one side and curiosity on the other. What happens when those two concepts meet? Imagine that they get together for a quick cup of coffee. What happens when those two concepts meet? And then allow them to stay in conversation. Stay in conversation. The part of you that is hope and fear, and the part of you that's curious. What happens when those two parts in you meet and stay in conversation? And then the other. And then crossing the midline. And then stay in conversation there, staying in conversation. What happens when those two parts of you stay in conversation? And then try the other side. Okay. And then let's try all four. Let's try all four. Breathe. You can stay here. You can go into a regular boat posture. You can kick if that feels good to you. Maybe use your elbows too. Or you can do something completely different. You don't have to do what I do. Find something that's helpful to you. Staying a little bit longer than you want, breaking that pattern of giving up too early, maybe. I don't know. Or whatever pattern is, staying a little longer, staying in that conversation a little longer, and then release. Okay, with a wide and stable stance, we can explore these concepts without falling. So on one side, we have the hope and fear. We're hoping that something is going to happen because then my life is going to be better. I fear that certain things are not going to happen or might happen, and then my life is going to be miserable. So one part of us is leading into that hope and fear, which causes stress. The other part of us is curious, approaching, what did she say? Approaching life as an experiment, approaching life as an experience, being curious about what happened. So stress, curiosity, stress, curiosity. So that's the black and white, black and white. What lies in between stress and curiosity. What's in between the black and white? What are all the colors in between black and white? So exploring all those colors in between stress and curiosity. And then coming back to neutral. Okay, let's start with stress, hope and fear. So use your fingers. Think about hope and fear, give it a color. Dip your fingers in paint and then draw that image. Draw the image. Draw the image of hope and fear. Draw the image of stress, hope and fear. What does it look like? And then release that image. And then try the other side, leading with curiosity. So pick a color, dip the fingers in the paint of curiosity, and then draw that image. What does curiosity look like for you to you? Living your life as an experiment. What does that look like to you? Draw that picture. And then release that image. Okay, jump the feet together. So jump the feet together, landing in Tadasana. And now we're going to write the story. So write the story of hope and fear. So open up the toes, look at your toes, dip your toes in ink, and then write the story. Write the story of hope and fear. And then step out wide, elbows to knees, fingertips together. Breathe in through the nose and out through the mouth. And then you can stay there, or if you want to, you can release the hands down, maybe drop the head. Inhale, come back up. And then place that right foot on the left knee. Use your fingers to open up the toes. Maybe gently guide that right knee out for seated pigeon. And then slide the knees together. Whatever leg is on top, that arm goes under. Give yourself a hug. And then find your way into your version of eagle. Your version of eagle, seated eagle. Okay, let's look at this eagle. So this is an eagle filled with hope and fear. Hope and fear. What does it look like? How does it feel? How does it move? And then let that bird fly away, fly away, fly away, fly away. And then let's try the other concept. So look at your toes, open up the toes, dip your toes in ink, and then write the story of curiosity, leading life as an experiment. So with curiosity, how do you live a life of curiosity? Writing the story of curiosity. And then open up wide, elbows to knees, fingertips together. Inhale to the nose, exhale to the mouth. And then place the left hand on the floor, the right hand on your right knee. Inhale to lengthen the spine. Exhale, look up towards the sky. Inhale to lengthen. Exhale and push into both hands to come a little deeper into a twist. Maybe allowing the top arm to come up, pushing into earth to reaching up towards the sky. And then the top hand is going to come down, thread the needle, find the opposite ankle, walk your left hand forward and look under your armpit. And then come back, elbows to knees. And then place the right hand on the floor, left hand on your left knee. Inhale to lengthen the spine. Exhale to look up towards the sky. And then reaching up, pushing into earth to reach up to the universe. We have to push to reach. And then the top hand comes down, thread the needle, find the opposite ankle, walk the right hand forward, and then look under your armpit. And then inhale and come back up. And then moving to seated pigeon. So left foot on the right knee. Use your fingers to open up the toes. Gently guide that left knee out. And then slide the knees together. Whatever leg is on top, that arm goes under. Give yourself a hug. And then find your way to seated eagle. Okay, this eagle is filled with curiosity. This eagle is filled with curiosity. So look at it. What does it look like? Look at the feathers, the wings, the eyes, the feet, maybe. And how does it feel? And then let that bird fly away, fly away, fly away, fly away, fly away. Okay, back to a wide and stable stance. Blinking, bubbling stars all the way up. Clasp the hand, turn them over, straighten the elbows, breathe. Now this time, imagine your arms as wings and your fingers as feathers. Now spread your wings, open up your arms, and then go out flying. Go out flying anywhere you want. You can go anywhere you want. What do you see? And then bring the arm palms up. Exhale, dive deep. Inhale, come back up. Exhale, dive deep. Inhale, come up. Exhale, dive deep, and then bring the arms behind you, holding on to opposite forearms. And then release the right arm down, bring it up and over, um, finding your back body. Maybe allowing the fingertips to move closer to each other. Maybe they connect physically, maybe they connect spiritually. And then release that arm back. Let the left arm come out. Shake it out, bring it up and over. Connecting to your back body. Maybe letting the fingers connect. And then release, let go. And then maybe roll the shoulders a little bit. Okay, let's build some strength. So bring the feet a little closer. Big inhale. Exhale, push into earth to come up to standing. And then pick a number. I'm going to pick 12 today. So 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Rest for a moment, shake it out. And then big inhale. Exhale, push into earth to come up to standing. Pick the same or a different number. I'll pick 7. 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Rest a few moments, shake it out. And then take a big inhale. Exhale, push into earth and come up to standing. Okay. Starting with breath of joy. So arms out wide, 3 inhales, 1 exhale. Here we go. Inhale, 1, 2, 3. Exhale. Inhale, 1, 2, 3. Exhale. Inhale, 1, 2, 3. Exhale. And then let the arms go. Let the arms go. Just let the arms go. You can bend your knees. You can dance around. You can leave the mat. You don't have to stay on the mat. You can do more or less whatever you want as long as you don't hurt yourself or others. And then eventually letting the elbow and knee connect. Just a quick connection, a quick meeting. And then crossing the midline. And then finding position of power. Finding position of power. Okay, place your hands on solar plexus. That's the power center of you. Bend the knees, breathe into solar plexus. Exhale and open up your arms. Inhale. Exhale and spread your gift out into the world. Inhale into your power center. Exhale and share it. Inhale to strengthen it. Exhale to share it, and then stay there. Stay open. Stay open. Stay open. That's funny. And then bring your hands back on your hips, and then starting to build external support. So what does external support look like to you? In the physical body is the external hips. And then lean and lift, lean and lift. Both hips, external hips are working here, and we're working on balance, consistency, patience, building external support. And then lean to the other side. And eventually we are ready to take skillful action, hopefully skillful. We take action all day long, and we're hoping to turn that action into more and more skillful action. It's a process. Okay. Now, let's push something away. So something that you need to do less of, push that away to create space for the opposite to come in to create balance. So do you need more of, yeah. So so pick something you need to push away. So here we go. Pick something, imagine it, give it a shape, a form, a color, a word, an image, and then push it away, push it away, push it away, push it away, maybe kick it away, kick it. And it's going to try to sneak in from the side, from behind. And eventually it's going to be hard. It's going to want to, and you're going to give in, and it's going to be hard to keep it away. And then you are going to win. So you win and you push it away, and then it stays away. Creating space for the opposite to come in to create balance. Okay, so let's celebrate that with 3 sound salutations. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, up and over. Inhale, halfway. Exhale, fold. Inhale all the way back up. Exhale down the midline. That was 1. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, up and over. Inhale, halfway. Exhale, fold. Inhale all the way back up. Exhale down the midline. Last one. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, up and over. Inhale, halfway. Exhale, fold. Inhale all the way back up. Exhale down the midline, and then stay there holding your own heart in between your hands with self-love and self-compassion. And then release. Okay, let's step back to warrior 1. Inhale to chair, exhale to Anjali Mudra. Transfer the weight, right heel comes off, take a big step back. Find the earth, build your foundation. And when you have a solid foundation, then bring the upper body up and then wait. And when you feel balanced here, bring your arms up into the full posture. Warrior one, observe without judgment. Release the hands to your back pockets. And then bring your awareness to your heart. Now, let the heart lead and the mind to follow. So the heart leads and the mind follows. We need both. Into warrior three. And then if you want to bring that back leg up and forward, give yourself a hug. Oops. And then back into Tadasana. Let's try the other side. Inhale to chair, exhale to Anjali Mudra. Transfer the weight. Take the big step back. Build your foundation. And then bring the upper body up. And wait. And then bring the arms up. Creating the full posture. Okay, so observe without judgment, taking in all the facts. Place your hands in your back pockets, getting ready for action. And then when the time is right, you take action. So warrior one moves into warrior two. We're not doing warrior two here, but the warrior two, you bring your awareness to your heart. Notice how you feel. Allow that to lead and the mind to follow. Moving into warrior three, taking action, becoming the arrow. Skillful action. And then bringing that left knee up and in. Give yourself a hug. And back into Tadasana. Okay, warrior two. Inhale to chair, exhale to Anjali Mudra. Transfer the weight, right heel comes off. Take a big step back. Open up to warrior two. Warrior two, the right to feel. The right to feel, second chakra. One arm in the past, the other one in the future. Flip the front hand, reverse the warrior. And notice how that left side of your body is opening up. Moving back to warrior two into extended side angle in the future. Find that long line of energy from the foot all the way up to the leg, the right side, through your fingers. It's a big circle. So from your fingertips, it continues out in the universe, comes back through earth and into your foot again. A big circle. The law of karma. Back to warrior two. Hands on your hips, straighten the front knee, release the hand down, moving into Trikonasana. Trikonasana, a blinking, bubbling star. What kind of star are you? Rebend the front knee, come back to warrior two one more time. Now, place the hands on the chair, stay, there's no rush. You know where we're going. When the time is right, transfer the weight, moving into Ardha Chandrasana. You can use the chair or the floor, that's up to you. If you want to, you can bend the top leg and create that circle. And then release and slowly, slowly moving back into Tadasana. Okay, the other side. Inhale to chair, exhale to Anjali Mudra. Transfer the weight, left heel comes off, take a big step back. Open up the pelvic halves for warrior two. One arm in the past, the other one in the future. The right to feel. Flip the front hand, reverse the warrior. Notice how the right side of the body is opening up. And then moving into the future extended side angle. Notice how the left side of your body now is part of that big circle of energy. Back to warrior two. Hands on your hips, straighten the front knee, release the hand down for Trikonasana, either to ankle or to the chair or to the floor, your choice. Rebending that front knee, coming back to warrior two one more time. Now place the hands on the chair. There's no rush. You know where we're going. Breathe. And then when the time is right, transfer the weight forward. Decide what kind of support you need. Are you using the chair or the floor? Or maybe both? Moving into Ardha Chandrasana, half moon posture. You can stay here, or if you want to, you can bend that top leg. Maybe take the bind. Or you can just think about it. And then slowly, slowly, slowly moving back into Tadasana. Okay, tree posture. Okay, starting in Tadasana, big toes to touch, heels slightly apart. Imagine yourself as a mountain, steady, stable, wide base, and a tall top. Now, at the top of the mountain, there are some crevices, there's a little bit of soil there. Dropping the seed. You pick a seed and you drop the seed. You pick the seed, you drop the seed. And then notice, you can't see anything on the surface. Notice how the roots start to spread wide and deep, finding the ways into the mountain. Transfer the weight to the left, right heel comes off, and then allow that seed to sprout. Allow that seed to sprout, and you can create whatever you want. It could be a traditional tree posture, or it could be something completely new that no one else has ever seen before. You can try different postures. You can try one and say, I didn't like this one. And then you can try another. And then eventually the sun starts setting and it's time to go back home. Going back home. And then you get to rest for a while. And then you pick a different seed. You choose a seed, drop the seed, watch how the roots grow wide and deep. And when it's time to break the surface, transfer the weight, left heel comes off, and allow that seed to sprout. Watch the leaves, watch the little new plant. What does it grow into? What does it grow into? And then the sun starts setting and it's time to go back home, and you get to rest for a while. Okay, place the feet a little wider than your hips, bend the knees, hands on the chair, push the hips back into like a down dog. If you want to, you can place the hands on the floor for like a wide-legged down dog. And then hands back on the chair, release the knees down, a little closer to each other. Okay, let's start with hope and fear. So imagine hope and fear or stress. Pick a color, dip the thumb in the color, and draw a big circle, and give that heel a little dot. And then go to curiosity, the other side, the other part of you that's filled with curiosity. Give that a color. Take your thumb and then draw a big circle, and give the heel a dot. And then take both colors, and mix them. And then draw two big circles. Place your hands in your back pockets. Bring awareness to your heart space. Allowing the heart to show you what you truly desire. What is your heart's deepest longing? And then release, untuck the toes, and find your way down into child's posture. Inhale, come back up. Clasp the hands, create that stable support. Tuck the toes, test it. And when you know it works, then come up to dolphin posture. And then bend the knees and come back up to standing. Okay, so now when we've done the physical practice, we're going to read Pema's words again and see, what do we hear this time? Approaching life as an experiment. My teacher encouraged us to lead our lives as an experiment, a suggestion that has been very important to me. When we approach life as an experiment, we're willing to try it this way and that way, because either way, we have nothing to lose. This immense flexibility is something I learned from watching my teacher. His enthusiasm enabled him to accomplish an amazing amount in his life. When some things didn't work out, his attitude was, no big deal. If it's time for something to flourish, it will. If it's not time, it won't. The trick is not getting caught in hope and fear. We can put our whole heart into whatever we do, but if we freeze our attitude into for or against, we're setting ourselves up for stress. Instead, we could just go forward with curiosity, wondering where this experiment will lead. Okay, we have about 6 minutes. So let's sit up tall. Notice the connection with your feet and the sole, the sit bones and the chair. Notice your inhale and the exhale. And then here we go, 5, 6 minutes. Wiggle your fingers, wiggle your toes, move your head from side to side. Take a deep breath in. Let it go. Bring your hands up in Anjali Mudra, holding your own heart in between your hands with self-love and self-compassion. Thank your inner guide, your past, present, and future teachers, and all the people that are joining you on this journey. Open your eyes, raise your gaze, and thank you so much for practicing together this morning. Namaste. Okay, so now if you want to, you can take your journal. It's October 30th, and the title was Approaching Life as an Experiment. And the two concepts we worked with, or that I worked with, was on one side, it was hope and fear, which leads to stress. And on the other side was curiosity. Curiosity, that's a hard word to spell. Okay, so if you want to, you can spend the next 5, 10, 15 minutes reflecting upon this and writing down whatever comes up. It could be a word, it could be a sentence, it could be an entire book if you wanted to. That would make C very happy. And some colors or images. So your choice.